Hi everyone, my name is Amy Fisher and I'm your instructor this semester for CST 110. I just wanted to take a quick minute to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about who I am and how I got to teaching you online this semester. I was a non-traditional student myself. I went to college as a regular old 18-year-old, but after 3 years I knew more than my parents. Hey, if you're still of the age where you live with your parents are right. Mine were right. Anyway, it caused me to take a really untraditional path. I left college after 3 years, came to the DC metropolitan area, dabbled a little bit here and there, went to Nova, went to George Mason, went back to Nova, and eventually graduated well into my 30s. I then continued on to get my master's degree from George Mason, and that's what brought me into teaching. I piloted, designed, and started the CST 110 online program for Germanna. It's been a couple of years now. I drove down there for one semester. I live in Maryland, 100 miles away, and after that I was like, absolutely not. I'm not driving all the way to Fredericksburg. Let's put this online, and the rest is history, they say. A pretty flexible course. Okay, I like you to be in charge of how you're working with a few deadlines, and let me tell you, my family will tell you a deadline is a deadline. Speaking of family, I do live in Frederick County, Maryland, just west of Frederick, Maryland, and just east of Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. It is about 100 miles from the Fredericksburg campus. I have two kids. I have an 8th grade daughter. She's 14. Do you remember when you were 14? She's obsessed with her friends, her Facebook, and her cell phone. I'm thinking about having to unfriend her or hide her on my Facebook page because they take an endless amount of pictures of themselves at that age. My son's 17. He's a junior in high school. Pretty exciting time for us around here. He's a big football player. He was the #1 quarterback in the state of Maryland, and we have an entourage of Division I schools starting to take a peak, so it would be wonderful if someone would pay for school. I should tell you he's 6'6", 240 pounds, so as a quarterback he's a pretty hot commodity. So things will be exciting, and I'll be pretty busy with visits and camps and stuff as the spring progresses throughout our semester. Thus another reason why teaching online is the way to go, because as I sit for endless hours of camps, I have an iPad and a laptop and a cell phone, and it all works out really well for me. So again, really just wanted to give you an insight so you could say, oh, that's what Mrs. Fisher looks like, or that's what Mrs. Fisher sounds like. So there will be times throughout the semester if there's something I really want you to know or some explanations that I want to give you, that I'll pop another one of these videos, most likely on our YouTube pages. Mind you, make sure that you are, if you're in W01, you're an I1 page, and if you're in W02, you're an I2 page, but all that information's on Blackboard. Okay, so you'll quote see me potentially other times throughout the semester when I give you information, but otherwise, hey, we'll be chatting and doing all of the stuff that we do in a virtual world. It means that you can do it at work. It means you can do it in the middle of the night with your pink fuzzy slippers and your jammies on. It means you can do it in the middle of the day. It means you can do a lot of things. So I'm going to get out of here. I have managed to get through a couple-minute video without my dogs barking at someone, but I'm sure at any point the mail lady or the UPS guy is going to be driving down and it's going to be all over. So it was nice meeting you, and I will be talking to you soon.